I'm gonna play some of the footage from today, going out to Northern Tool. I told you guys I was gonna go out to that place. Some of you guys were interested in what I found in Glendale Heights, Illinois. Um, don't attack the company. Don't say anything bad about the company or anything like that, please. The manager in the facility was just trying to do his job. I already mentioned it in the video, so you're gonna hear this twice. I got to the establishment thinking I was going to be able to record because a few of the employees actually follow me on social media from the establishment. A few people in the facility actually recognized me when I got there, greeted me, but whenever the manager started walking towards me, I said, oh, hey, no biggie. I'm just going to peruse around, get some footage and stuff, promote the store. I love what I see here. It's really nice. And he says, oh, no, you can't do that. Not even I can do that. And I said, but I posted it to your social media page, and a couple of the employees even seen it and liked it. One person even said, oh, hey, film whenever I'm there so I can see it. Or so I could be there, be part of it. And people thought it was cool. I even think your social media director guy or whatever that does the social media for you liked my comment, but I could be wrong. But the employees knew. They didn't make it seem like there was anything wrong with it. And he was like, oh, no, you can't do that. There's no. We have a no videoing in the store policy. I was like, are you serious? Yeah. No videoing. I said, it's just tools, man. It's all going to be positive feedback. There's going to be nothing negative for me to say. No, I don't care. We just can't do that. It's against policy. Okay. Well, I gave you guys a review on a couple of the things that I bought, like how to sharpen a chainsaw with the kit that I got from them. The Noco battery restorer that's on its 4th session of trying to restore the battery right now, and it still hasn't restored it yet. So there will be actually no real ending to the video with the Noco Genius 5 because we're still trying to see if we can restore the battery, and it still has not been restored. So we'll see. Anyway, here's the video. Well, it is going to be about, I think, 60 degrees today. And then next week it starts going up into the 70s. I've got to return the old phone. And the one I'm shooting this video on now is a 200 megapixel 8K S21 Ultra. No, S23 Ultra. What am I talking about? This is the S21. S23 Ultra. And let's see. It's got like 500, what is it, 500 gig storage or something. I think that's how they say it, right? So we gotta stop off at the post office, drop off all the oil samples. What oil samples do we have? You guys wanted virgin oil analysis. It's all the ones from last week that we talked about. Valvoline, Ultra, Max Life, High Mileage, Extended Protection. Triax, Euro Ultra, Schaefer 5W30 for the diesel guys, mobile truck and SUV formula, Liquid Moly Top Tech, Triax Synergy SRT, the 15K formula, the Virgin Valvoline 5W40 European formula, Valvoline High Mileage, Max Life, Triax Synergy SRT 10W40 High Mileage 12K formula. Valvoline Premium Blue 5W40 for the diesel guys. That's we're gonna send all that off, and we are going to go visit the new tool store, Northern Tool, that opened in Glendale Heights, Illinois. I had put the word out that I'm going to come there and film, and some of the employees seen it. One of them reached out to me and said, please do it while I'm here so I can see you. I want to see somebody online that does this stuff. And I just messaged said person and said I am on my way. So let's get going. Running good today, real good. Got that old 7 Merc singing. to the post office now. Oh baby, I'm gonna love you forever. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get tired of the oil testing stuff. Forever and ever, amen. Honey, I don't care. I ain't in love with you. Sorry, I'll quit. If it all fell out, I'd love you anyway. So I am at the corner of Bloomingdale Road and North Avenue. And this is in Glendale Heights, Illinois. And there, over there, is the Northern Tool next to the Tonys. Grand opening. Northern Tool and Equipment. Great location. You got equipment trailers and stuff here too. I got trailers out here. $15.99, baby. $15.99. Look at that quality of this phone, this S23 Ultra. 5x10 wood floor. Pipe top trailer. $15.99. It's a smaller setup here. On sale, $9.99. Man, I'd like to have one of these little deals. Let's see what it is. A 5 foot by 8 foot wood deck floor. 1,600 pound payload capacity. Rear drop down gate. Let's see what payload capacity this was. I didn't catch it. $2,400 pound payload capacity. No, 1,725 load capacity, 2,400 pound GVWR. 2-inch ball with tongue, rear ramp gate. Let's go inside. There's some heavy duty yard cards here. Little dump bed feature. 1,400 pound capacity mesh trailer. Quick release dump bed. Foot control. $519.99. Strong way. This is at the entrance when you first come in here. It's like a version of a lot of the stuff like I've seen at like Farm and Fleet and stuff like that. There's like all your different sprayers and stuff. Mounted sprayers, pull behind sprayers. It's pretty neat. Ironton spot sprayer, 16-gallon tank. So I did get a few things from Northern Tool, but when I got in the store I was greeted by the employees real nice. There was a couple people that did recognize me. Big shout out to Jorge for awesome customer service, and Brooke for saying hi and recognizing me. And actually the gentleman that's walking by right up there, his name is Dan. Awesome customer service, awesome guys. The manager stopped me from filming once I got inside and he said it's actually not permitted to film inside the building. And I was like, it's kind of odd because I would never say anything negative about a tool company. It would only be positive, but he said unfortunately that's just the policy. And I talked to him for a second. It just didn't make very much sense to me, but he said it wasn't allowed, so it wasn't allowed. I'll show you some of the stuff that I ended up picking up from there. One of the things you guys wanted to see. This is the Noco Genius 5, and if you look right here, it has a 12-volt repair mode. So I want to check this out with that battery that I have in the back of this trunk that came out of the town car. Instead I get my $13 core charge, if I could save the battery, because it really hasn't been charged in like 4 months, and it wouldn't take a charge that well because I just jump started the car and drove it, you know, 30 miles, it wouldn't even restart afterwards. Let's see if this can bring it back to life. Then I ended up picking up some smart straps, or 5,000 pound brake strength straps. I don't have enough of these. I didn't want the real thin ones, so I got the kind of a little bit more medium duty ones. There's a flat file for my Milwaukee battery operated pole saw, and I ended up getting another file in here somewhere, if I can find it. And then here's the other tooth file. 3/8 tooth file is what I need to use to sharpen that back up. I'll be using this here soon. Overall, they had a lot of neat products in there. A lot of stuff like different types of chains and farm implementation stuff, chemical sprayers, pesticide sprayers, all kinds of stuff like that. Different types of hand tools and power tools, Milwaukee, DeWalt, Ironton. They have a selection of toolboxes, but not very big. Their toolboxes, the toolboxes are a little bit more than you would expect from more of your, not necessarily discount tool store, but tool store of this caliber. The ones that fit into the farming fleets, the Rural Kings and stuff like that. I did notice price there, but everything else was really fair price. They have a lot of just very high-end, high-quality Husqvarna, steel, Oregon stuff, and just really neat place, really nice place overall. And I find myself getting lost going through all the tool aisles because there's just so much that I'm interested in. Overall, I give it a great review. It's a great place. They have really good products, very fair price products, and I wish the experience would have been a little bit better so I could show you in video more, but unfortunately the company's policy, the manager says, is they won't allow people videoing inside the store. But again, Jorge, Brooke, Dan, thank you for your awesome customer service. This is the Glendale Heights location, and it is, what is this, Bloomingdale or Bloomington in North Avenue, across the street from the CVS Pharmacy, the McDonald's, in the parking lot with the Burger King, right next to Tony's. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the awesome customer service, and I will be back. I appreciate y'all. Be blessed. Remember, try to do something nice for somebody today. Check on somebody. Say something kind to somebody. Smile at a stranger. Hold the door for somebody. Too much energy to be mean. Takes no energy to be nice. Y'all be blessed. Take care. Alright, guys. You guys know, if you recently followed my Walmart trip, this battery that was from 3 of 19 with a Walmart 65 series max, and I wanted to see if we could do a project with that battery to restore it. And this is the Noco Genius 5. It's a maintainer, but it also has some restoration characteristics to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this up to this completely dead battery, and let's see if it can actually bring it back to life. I drove with that battery on a jump start from Dundee. Let me see. From Dundee, Illinois, down to Alsip, and then let it run for about 45 minutes after that, and it wouldn't even restart afterwards. I mean, it was just straight dead. And then I put a meter on it, and this thing read like, I don't know, it was something like 3.9 volts or. Let's stick this thing on there and put it in repair mode. It's this. If you see the box right here, right by my finger, right here, it says 12 volt repair mode. Let's pull it out. Very high quality leads. It's very, very nice. So I'm gonna set this here. Put this here. Put this here. Plug this in here. $12 volt. Let's see what it does. It's trying to do something. Let's just see how it ends up. It's also got a 10 amp inline fused link here. Let's see if I can get this cover off. So that's good. So reading the booklet that's inside it, it says In standby mode, the charger is not charging or providing any power to the battery. Energy save is activated during this mode, drawing microscopic power from electrical outlet. CAN bus is enabled in standby mode. When standby, the orange LED will illuminate. On the bottom it says for 12 volt repair, 16.5 volt, 5 amp any capacity, and advanced battery recovery mode for repairing and restoring old, idle, damaged, stratified or sulfated batteries. When selected, a red LED will illuminate and flash. Well, that's 6 volt. There. So that one came on and then hit it again, and then that one is in 12 volt repair mode. There we are. Let's see what it does. Now I'm going to show you how to sharpen this thing my way. It's just a basic way. It's a way to get you by real quick without having to be too critical with a lot of crazy components. You see, this is a depth gauge tool for your chainsaw, and basically this ridge right here that's inside this tool, it sits up against your cutting tooth like this here, and that tooth that's in front of it right there, you see how it's sticking up just a hair? It ain't supposed to be down there. So you run a flat file across it like this until it's flat and it's even with the surface, because then what it does is it drops it just below your cutting tooth, so you're not wearing that cutting tooth too much, but you're also not biting in too much and really slowing the chainsaw down and wearing it out really fast. So now what you do is you take this file and run it across that flat spot right there until you don't see the tooth sticking out past the edge. Let me do that real quick and I'll show you what it looks like. See how that sound changed? A little bit more. Now when you look at that tooth, it's just even with the surface of it. Now look when I pull it away. It's just behind your cutting tooth right here. It's just under it. It's just under your cutting tooth. So now you've got, as the chain goes forward, this will rub across the wood and it'll just barely bite that cutting tooth right there. And now what I do to file that cutting tooth is I will take my file here and I'll run it along that edge. Let me use one of these other ones here to kind of show you as a demonstration. They also make a guide for this as well, but I'm not going to use the guide. I've done it enough to know where I want to be. So I'll run it here along this edge, not tearing it up too much. And I'll just clean up any of the burrs until it smooths out. Once I feel it smooth out, I'm done. That's smooth right there. Yeah, now I got my edge back. Let me go a little bit. I see a little bit of a spot here and I feel it, just a hair of it. There it is. Now it's smoothed out. So now let's look at what that looks like compared to another one. See, that one there is nice. That edge is cut and it's smoothed out compared to one that's really jagged and not sharp like this one here. Now I'm going to go around and do this whole saw and then we're going to go use it and see what it looks like. I'm trying to do this the awkward way because I'm trying to keep my hand out of it so you guys can see it in the picture. That's good. That's good. That one's good. That one's good. That one's. You don't want the little flat spots in the top. You see how they got little flat spots where I filed them? They're just itty bitty flat spots to keep them just under the depth of the cutting tooth. The trick, while you're, I don't do that. I don't follow that, and I know I'm gonna get attacked for that, but it's all right. I don't care. I expect it. While you're actually chainsawing, the tree's gonna help you round that edge out anyway, so that flat spot really doesn't matter. Now, I'll take this file and run it around each one of my teeth, just to get my edges out. I should have been going in only one direction earlier when I was showing you guys. I shouldn't have been going back and forth like this, but it is what it is. I should have just did it like this, one direction. You put a rag in your hand, it'll help you bite the teeth and roll it, especially when the bar is released and not set, or you got an electric one you're working with like I am. That's it. That's all of them. I normally like it a little tighter than this, and how you tighten this up is you crack this loose here, this nut, and then you take a flat head, you turn this tensioner right here, and then you lock this back down. Alright, so it is a 14 millimeter right here. I loosened it up, and now I'm going to tighten this. You'll see this chain will move. There, it moved a little bit. A little bit more slack than that. I like about like that. All right, let's try it out. I got the battery hooked up. There's a big log over here. This is cutting right through it, no problem. No problem at all. But I want to try the bigger one. It's doing real good. It's cutting right through it. I don't have to put no pressure, no nothing at all. It's just, I'm just laying it on there and letting it eat, and it's just going right through. Not burning the wood, not doing anything at all, just right through. I like it. That's how I sharpen a chainsaw. And that is the 4 amp hour. What is that one? That is the 4 amp XC 4.0 red lithium M18 on a Milwaukee pole saw. Just cuts right through the stuff. No problem at all. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Do something nice for somebody today. Hold the door for somebody. Pay somebody a compliment. Check on somebody you haven't checked on. Smile at a stranger. It takes nothing to be nice to somebody, but it takes a lot of energy and stress to be mean. So remember that. Be blessed. Have a great weekend.